are here. And let's say hi to the grown-ups, right? Hello, grown-ups. Hello, grown-ups. Hello, grown-ups. We're happy you are here. How about the bookstore? Hello, bookstore. Hello, bookstore. Hello, bookstore. We're happy you are here. And the books. Hello, books. Hello, books. Hello, books. We're happy you are here. And then everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We're glad that you are here. Yay! Excellent. So my name is Lisa Varchol Perron, and I'm a Boston area author, children's book writer, and I'm going to read a couple of those books to you today. And they both are written in rhyme. And do you know what I love about rhyme? It has a rhythm, right? Kind of like music, and I really like music. So the first book I'm going to read, My Love for You, it has a repeated line, and that line is, accept my love for you. So that's every few pages. So when we get to that line, if you want, exactly, you can hear the rhythm and you can do it along with me, if you want, on that line, okay?
Or you can go.
Or you can tap it, exactly. You can do it how you want to do it.
I know.
But I'm gonna ask you a favor. Can you keep your shakers quiet when we're not on that line? And that way we feel it when we get to that line. Do you think you can do that? Yeah? I bet you can. All right. So this book, My Love for You, written by me, illustrated by Cheryl Murray. She lives. That's a Cheryl laugh. She lives far away. She drew it and I wrote the words. She lives far away on the west coast, the other side of the country. And so I don't know if she drew a beach that was inspired by somewhere out there, but I wrote this book after a day at a beach around here called Crane Beach. Has anyone been to Crane Beach? Anyone heard of Crane Beach yet? It's one of my favorite beaches around here. And I wrote this book when one of my kids said, oh, I wish that the beach day didn't have to end. I wish it could last forever. And I said, well, you know, all days do come to an end. All things come to an end. And she said, well, that's kind of sad. I said, but, you know, there's something that doesn't ever end. That's my love for you. And you'll have it forever. It'll always be with you wherever you go, wherever you are. That's how this book came to be. Okay? So let's start. My love for you. Today, let's soak up summertime before it turns to fall. Gather sand and pack it tight to build a castle wall. Who's built a sand castle before? The beach, yeah? What happens if you build it a little too close to the water?
It's gonna fall down.
Yes. A wave. Our fortress topples down, becoming something new. Everything is bound to change. Ready? Except my love for you. Good. That's right. Spread the blanket, picnic feast, favorite foods to eat. Tomatoes, crackers, peas in pods, and peaches for a treat.
And we have peaches for snacks.
Yeah. One of my favorite summer foods. But watch this. A swooping seagull steals a bite. Birds get hungry too. What's here can sometimes disappear. Except my love for you. Now that was based on a real experience. One of my daughters was eating some bread and a seagull swooped down and stole it from her. You know, they get hungry too, but fish is best for them. One last seashell in the pail. Stormy clouds dip low. Breezes build to steady winds, nudging us to go. So what's coming in here? Storm. Yeah. There's going to be some rain maybe. Shake the towel, stuff the bag. How our beach time flew. All that comes must go again. Except my love for you.
I knew that would happen.
You knew that would happen? Yeah, they came to the beach and then they have to go. Yeah.
Not every single thing.
Clap of thunder, flash of light, a sprint inside and shatter. Broken treasure from the shore, tiny pieces scatter. See the sand dollar there that got broken?
Yeah.
They're really fragile. Tears like raindrops trickle down, feelings tumble through. Most things pass, they rarely last. Except my love for you.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah.
I knew you were not on
You
that.
knew it. You predicted it. So look
Because
here.
you were starting to grab it.
You paid attention. So you see how she's crying here, right? And she has tears. So, but when you cry, do you cry forever and ever?
No.
No, it passes, right? And look outside. Remember how it was raining, how there was a storm? What do you see here?
Rainbow.
A rainbow. So the rain doesn't last forever either, right?
We have Molly, it's
Someone
not.
want to hand him a shake.
Except my love for you is not on every single thing. Yeah, shake it in your ear. It wasn't. Was it on the first one? Yeah, it was.
Let's see if it's on this one, okay? Splish and splash, a bubbly bath. Down the drain it goes. Voices soften. Words in books approach a gentle close. Now raise your hand if you like to read books before bed. Does anyone like to do that? That's one of my favorite. My kids are a bit older than you now, but I still like to read before bed. Pink and purple, summer sky, dims to inky blue. All things tend to reach an end.
Oh, I know.
Except my love for you. Yay! Now, even the book comes to a close, right? Even the book ends. Now, you were so good at predicting that pattern, and I was very impressed by that. Yes. Now, this book, I'm not going to read this whole book because it's kind of long, but I am going to read some sections from it. But before I do, I want to ask you, if you look at the cover of this book, do you think that it's like a made-up fiction book, like a book about monsters or fairies, or do you think it's a non-fiction book about real things in the world?
Real.
You're right. What makes you think that?
Because they look real.
They look real. Yeah.
And there's a seashell in the front. Lily
Yes, that's right. And lily pads. Wow, you even know what some of these things are. Yes. So these.
What's that pointy, Sam?
This, I believe that's a leaf that spirals. Now this exact one isn't inside the book, but this one here, when we get there, I'm going to ask you to guess what it is. Oh, we'll see. Now, it looks like a maze, doesn't it? Now, this, as I said, this is nonfiction, you're right. And instead of it having an illustrator, it's illustrated with photographs that the publisher found. So this is written by me, and it doesn't have an illustrator. It's photo illustrated, and it's from Millbrook Press. And it's
Real
called
pictures?
Real Pictures of Real Things. Yeah, patterns everywhere.
I hope we get to shake it.
Do you want to shake it? We'll see if there's an opportunity. Step outside. Let's find design.
On the green part, there's
You know what? I think we can shake it on that. Why not? Branching, cracking, spirals, lines. Search the earth, the seas, the air. Why not? Patterns everywhere.
We can do it on the
Now, I have a question for you. Does anyone know what a pattern is?
Oh, I do.
I saw your hand right away. Yes.
It's like when it goes big, small, or color.
Yes. So there's.
Or shape.
So we can have patterns of shapes, of colors, alternating patterns. Very good. Yes. Do you have
It can do like nothing word, nothing word.
nothing? Yep. So alternating every other one. Yep. I like that. I saw your hand next in the back there. Yes.
Olivia. Why is Sunny there? Why is sunny is yellow?
That's a good question. So
It's because the sun is reflecting.
it's because the sun is rising in this picture. And I will ask you to pay attention in the last page of the book to see what's happening with the sun.
Oh, I know.
You have a guess?
It could be sitting.
You're right. It is. You predicted that. So, yes, do I have one more answer about what a pattern is?
Okay, yes. Book notebook.
Book notebook. Yes, those alternating patterns are really fun. Really fun. I saw your hand too. Yeah, so we can find them in patterns in nature. The tree, bush. Yes. So what is a pattern? A pattern is a sequence that repeats in a predictable way.
Like if there's like something that's something.
So you can predict it, right? Because it repeats. And nature is full of them. Some of nature's patterns are made of repeating shapes. Who said shapes? Someone mentioned shapes. That was you. Other patterns are created by color or placement. Now, who can tell me what this is?
A leaf.
That's right, a leaf. Do you want to read this one too? We have that refrain. Veins on leaves extend like shoots, bringing water up from roots, helping plants stay strong and green. Patterns to be seen. So see, there's a pattern here with this repeated line, but it changes a little bit each time. Okay. So as I said, I'm not going to read all of these, but you can look at this. These are evenly spaced ridges and valleys. This is in Death Valley, the Brisky Point. Does anyone know what makes a valley? No?
Sand.
Well, there's sand that creeps in, but does anyone know what moves really fast and can kind of...
A meal.
And it's made out of water,
Meal.
and it might go like this. A river. So rivers carve valleys, and over time they get spaced evenly. So the sidebars in this book, I just read the first part of the last one, but these are text boxes, and so sometimes if you are really curious and you read this with a grown-up and you want to find out more about the pattern, you can read these little side boxes. Now what about this? Anyone know what these are? You want me to read the pattern one?
Yeah.
Sure. On this one or the last one? This one? Yes. So any guesses? What do you see here?
No. A river?
It looks like sea. Well, you know, there is water in the background. I think that's actually the ocean.
No.
Not snow, but it's very fine. And you find it in the desert or at the beach. Sand. These are dunes. Sand dunes. Dunes arise from wind on land, lifting, drifting grains of sand. Crescent moon or desert star. Patterns, near and far. So some people think these look like crescent moons. You know what a crescent moon looks like? That kind of hooked shape? Yeah. And people think those look like stars. They call that a star.
I think that looks like a root.
You think it looks like root? Yeah.
Me too.
Your head's turning it? Yeah. Oh, I need to put it down more like that? Okay, I'll do that. I'll put it down more like that. Okay. And what about this? Anyone know what this is? It looks like an S. Yes, and we were just talking about what carves those valleys, right? Rivers. So this is a river that actually moves over time. Should I read the stanza about this one? Okay. Rivers bend like twisting snakes, winding toward vast seas or lakes. Over time, the banks change. Patterns, rearrange. Oh, I forgot. Let's do it. Patterns, rearrange. So what that means is over time, the soil here, the dirt on this part of the river, it starts to build up. And on the outside, it starts to wear away because the water moves faster. So if you looked at this picture from the air over many, many years, it would start, the whole river would start to be moving toward the left over time.
Toward you.
Isn't that cool? Toward me, exactly. Yes, you know your
But
left.
it would be, no.
Now what are these? Any guesses what that
Lily
looks
pads.
like? This is a tricky one. This is one I actually did not have in the book at first. And the editor said, hey, we have a picture of this on the cover. Can you add it to the book? And so I did. No? This is something found in the ocean. And these are called corals. Corals, they're little sea animals. Okay? So we'll read this one.
It's like a coral reef.
Coral reefs, yes. Some corals form these hard structures called reefs. Exactly.
And they stand up and go on to beaches.
Sometimes you find it washed up.
Coral reefs can be sick.
The reefs can be sick, yes, and it's really important.
Even like people.
Yeah, that's right. They can get sick. Yeah. So let's read this one, okay? And you want to shake along to the refrain here? Okay. Coral creatures dot the sea,
No, it's not.
shaped like mushrooms, brains, or trees, fueled by steady streams of light, patterns, bold and bright. Now, do you
Everyone
see?
has patterns.
Everyone has patterns, exactly. And then I varied the last part of the refrain. So people think this kind of coral looks like mushrooms. Do you agree?
No, I think it looks like a flower.
This does look like a flower. You're right. They think this looks like a brain. They call that brain coral.
I think it looks like a maze.
And it looks like a maze. And this one people
Like
think
a brain.
looks like trees,
No,
like
it
the
looks
branches of
like
trees
blue.
or antlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a brain.
And do you know what gives the coral its colors? Do you have any guesses? It's pretty hard. What gives the coral its color is a plant-like thing called algae, and the algae takes the sunlight and it makes food, and it creates these beautiful colors on the coral. Now, what if anyone knows what this is? Sand, yes. Do you ever go to the beach and you find ripples? These are caused by the waves. Someone's losing their shakers. All right. Ripples stretch across the beach, marking where the waves can reach. Sand responds to water's flow. Patterns, come and go.
I know that's gonna happen.
You knew that one, yeah. This one, what about this?
Ocean. Water.
It's bubbles, exactly. It's foam in the ocean. And if you look really closely at those bubbles, they fit together really tightly. They bend so that they can fit together.
I want to go together. I want to
They
see
do.
it.
If you look closely, you can see the bubbles are bending. And do you think that ocean foam is just made of water? Or do you? No, you're right if you said no.
And the bubbles are water. I got it one time.
Let me tell you what it's made out of. It also has little bits of sea creatures and plants in it that get sort of dissolved, and that makes the foam. So I'm just gonna do 2 more spreads in this book, okay? I'm gonna show you this beautiful picture of the painted hills of Oregon. Oh, I have to show you this one.
Why?
Do you have, because I think this is so cool, do you have any guesses about what this is?
Creek.
What did you say? A creek?
Yes.
Well, there's some water flowing through. You're right, but what about these?
Trees. A waterfall.
This is rock made from lava. Yes, lava cools and forms these columns. And they have 6 sides. There's a lot of shapes in nature, a lot of patterns that have 6 sides. Does anyone know, that's a really hard one, know what a 6-sided shape is called? Hexagon. Good, a hexagon. You'll find a lot of hexagons in nature, like in honeycomb. You know why? Because things can be tightly packed together. I bet you know what this is.
No.
Snowflake. They branch. That's a branching one. These are mud cracks, which is similar to how lava forms, but it is by drying. And oh, this is one of my favorites. Someone found the shell. Exactly. And what about this one?
A bird.
Wow, you know your nature. That is a fiddlehead fern. And do you know why it curls up like that? Why it forms a spiral? It helps it stay strong. So imagine as it grows. Imagine if it was unfurled like this and the wind and the rain came, what might happen? Yeah, and it could break. So it curls up to keep it strong.
But I saw this thing bending a little.
Yeah, it might bend a little, but curling helps it stay stronger.
Oh yeah, this looks cool.
Now, who said they thought it was going to end with the sunset?
Me!
You were right. Here's the ending page. Nature waits beyond the door. Endless wonders to explore. What might you discover there? Patterns everywhere. Very good. Now, that's what it said at the start. Yep, it repeated. You're really paying attention. And then at the end, there's some other activities and blocks. gonna go. We're gonna build on each other. So it's called a growing pattern. So I'm gonna start. Our first sound is gonna be this. Can you all do that with me? Excellent. And then I'm gonna come over here because I saw your hand up, and we are going to introduce your pattern. So first you're gonna do mine, and then add yours. Bump, bump, bump. Okay, so his is bump, 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 right? All right, so let's do it all together. We're gonna do my pattern first, and then bump, 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 bump. Nice. All right, what's your pattern? Is that right? Okay, these are tricky patterns. All right, so mine was, and yours was, and yours was. All right, that's gonna be tricky for me. All right, what's yours? Yes. It could also be a clap or a tap. All right, tap, tap occurs. All right, so mine is, and then we have bump, 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 and then we have bump, and then tap, tap. All right, a couple more. Can you add yours? Ding, ding. All right, ding, ding. All right, I like that. Ready? So we go mine, and then bump, 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 and then bump, and then tap, tap, ding, ding. Excellent. Let's do one more. Okay. All right. Well, three more because I see free hands. Okay.
No, full hands.
How many taps? Oh, wow. Should we do 5 taps? Oh, alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I like that. So mine is. And then bump, 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 and then tap, tap, and ding, ding, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. What's yours?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so mine is, and then bump, 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 and then ding, ding. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to remind me of yours. Yes. All right, last one.
Yeah. Ding, ding, clap, clap. Ding, ding, clap.
Let's combine the two of yours, okay? So ding, ding, clap, clap, circle. All right, can we remember that?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, yeah. Bump, 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 and then tap, tap, ding, ding. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then ding, ding, clap, clap, circle. Yay! Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. We're happy you are here. And let's say hi to the grown-ups, right?